If you've been a part of the Mario 64 community for a while, you've likely heard of the CCC challenge, where you beat the game without using the cannons or collecting any caps or coins. While combining these three together is fun, it's also really interesting removing just one and seeing what's possible. This is a video on not using the cannons. This is more interesting than it sounds. For example, Omb-Battlefield. Normally half of the stars here require you to use the cannons, and we can get all of them. The reason that the cannons are needed for star 3 in the red coin star is that you need to go onto the island, and the usual way of doing this is to use the cannons. Instead, you can get onto the island if you go onto King Bob-omb's Hill, press R, then C down to enter C down Mario Cam, line up Mario with this corner, and then do at least 2 long jumps, with the last one being right on this edge. This can be pretty precise, but after a few tries, you should land on the island. For the island star, just run over and grab the star. For the red coin star, just climb up the tree and get the coin. For Mario Wings to the Sky though, that's different. You can get most of the coins just by jumping off of the island with the wing cap, but the last coin is way too high up. The most practical cannonless method is to go onto the hill again, but with the wing cap, and somehow get enough speed and height to go up to the last coin. There's a task I found doing this, and the description claims that it's humanly possible, but I tried for a while and I couldn't get to the coin. But I did get really close a few times, so I'm sure it is possible. If you do try this, the description of the task says that you need to do a long jump to get enough speed, and on top of that, ground pounding gives you a slight bit of height, so make sure you do that once you get to the coin. Whomp's Fortress has 2 cannon stars, and they're both pretty fun to get without the cannon. The first is Shoot to the Wild Blue. All you gotta do is a single wall jump, and there you go. This method is faster and honestly easier than the cannon method. And then there's Blast Away the Wall. What you're supposed to do is destroy the wall with a cannon and then go up and grab the star, but even before you destroy the wall, the star is always there on the inside, so you can just fall off this plank at the right time to ledge grab at the right spot, which will get your hitbox barely inside of the star's hitbox, and then you collect it. Yeah, you can't ledge grab a slope, but the game is pretty slow at realizing that, and by the time that it does, you've already collected the star. You can also do this instead if you want an easier and more consistent strategy. In Jolly Rodger Bay, you're supposed to use the cannons to get to the stone pillars for blast to the stone pillars, and there's 2 ways of getting this without the cannons. The first method is the fun one. Go to the pillar and start to walk up it. Once you do, spam up on the analog stick as fast as humanly possible and you'll start to frame walk up it. Eventually, after failing a lot of times, you'll reach the climbable section, which for some reason you just clip through, and then you'll start to slide. Now just jump up and hope that you reach the platform, and there you go. You could also just long jump and wall jump off the top of this boat, but where's the fun in that? Subjectively speaking, as someone who can spam pretty fast, I have found that this method is harder than frame walking anyways, but if you're not so good at spamming, maybe this method is easier for you? I don't know. This method also doesn't work on Star 1 since there's no ship. F tier. Wall kicks will work and Cool Mountain is also fun, but like actually this time. While Nintendo did a good job at making sure you can't go from here or here to down here without using this, they didn't even bother trying for the later areas. So just go to this part of the slide and jump down, or better yet, at the start of the level, just go up left a little bit and take a leap of faith. Once you get to about here, hold right, and after a few seconds, now you're in the final area. Now just go and grab the star like normal. Just make sure to press R twice to send the camera to you, because it can get kinda stuck sometimes if you don't. Next is the red coin star in Shifting Sandland. This is dumb. You're supposed to get the wing cap and shoot yourself out of the cannon for the red coins in the air. Why? Just go onto the pillars and wing cap from there like a normal person. With the cannon, you're wasting your wing cap timer going over there, and once you are in the air, it's harder to control since you have way more speed. The easiest way to get the star without the cannon is also just the easiest way to get the star in general. Just don't use the cannons. The main way of getting into the town in Wet Dry World is to also use the cannon. In the CCC video, Pennon says to do a triple jump along the level boundaries to get in, but again, I ask why? All you have to do is start the level at the highest water setting and just jump into the cage. Even for the 100 coin star, just go to the town first. Tall Mountain is another situation where the cannonless method is easier than the intended method. What you're supposed to do is jump up here, go onto an area that you can't see, thanks to the camera angle, talk to the Bob-omb, go onto these tiny mushrooms, shimmy across this tiny path, and then pray you don't miss the star, because if you do, you're going back to step 3. Or, just long jump off this log, or just jump on the fly guy and glide down. It's that easy. Somewhere across the rainbow in Rainbow Ride is the first star that's actually properly challenging cannonless. The issue with this star is that the island is really far away from any land, so you need either a way of gaining a lot of height or gaining a lot of speed. And we can get the speed we need by using a BLJ. While everyone knows that you can BLJ off of stairs or under low ceilings, you can also BLJ off of objects that move upward, and we just so happen to have an object that moves upward that's also really high up, that being the magic carpet in the big house. At the end of the carpet ride, you can BLJ off of it to get enough speed to cross the map diagonally, but not too much speed where you overshoot, and now you're on the island. Just grab the star. While this is very difficult to do, I did find 2 clips of people doing this, but both of them used the pause buffered BLJ, which translated to English means, yeah, this is possible, but there's no way I can do this. For Wing Mario Over the Rainbow, unfortunately this star, from all that I can tell, isn't humanly possible. The two main issues with getting the star cannonless is that there's 2 coins on this cloud that's way higher than the starting cloud, and the fact that once you get all the coins, the star is on the starting cloud. So if you're on one of the lower clouds, how are you supposed to get back up? To get the star cannonless, you need to get the lower coins while you're in the air, and at the same time get enough speed to reach the top cloud, all under the strict wing tap timer, all without messing up once. This is fun to watch though. The alternative is to fly against the level boundaries and do this on the analog stick, which will give you a slight bit of height. Yeah, don't ask me, I don't get it either. I couldn't find anyone doing the star cannonless, which really sucks because we're so close to getting all 120. I don't know if either of these methods are humanly possible, but that's also what we said about carpetless for the longest time, and here we are now. So hopefully in the future someone can find a new method, or grind one of the existing ones enough till they can do it. That'd be really cool. But for now, while every star is technically possible, sadly only 119 of them have recorded human runs. First Mario 64 video since May of 2022. Took long enough, my god. Anyways, I really don't have a lot to say. Subscribe, I guess, or something? I don't know. Okay, bye.